Hey everyone, and welcome to this video update. My name is Kenneth and I'll be sharing with you some updates to the Singapore campus of James Cook University in 2021. Right, so let's begin. First up, we have the JCU Pathway School. Basically, there are three branches here, which is the English Language Preparatory Program, the Pre-University Foundation Program, and the Pre-University Foundation Extended. Starting with the Pre-University Foundation Program, this is really designed for those with 5 GCE O-level credits, or those of you working in the international schools with the IB curriculum. You need the student to have a MYP certificate with a minimum of 32 points. And if your student does not have the 32 points for IB, they can go into the Foundation Program Extended, which is a longer duration at 12 months instead of the typical 8 months, but then they only need 28 points to get in. So for GCE O-levels, then there will be a minimum of 4 O-level passes. So if you notice earlier on, there's actually minimum points required for the O-levels, 15 for the Pre-University Foundation and 11 for the Extended Program. So how do we count those points? So what we do is we give each grade a numerical value. So grade A will be 5, B will be 4, C will be 3, and so on. So as long as they add up the points together, they get 15, they will qualify. So we've done a bit of restructuring here at James Cook University, as well as added some new programs. So under the business school, the new programs you will see here are the Bachelor of Economics, Bachelor of Commerce, and the Bachelor of Tourism, Hospitality and Events. So this adds on to the existing programs like the Bachelor of Business, the Bachelor of Business and Environmental Science, and the Diploma of Higher Education majoring in Business Studies. So when it comes to majors, we have the new major for the Bachelor of Business, which is Human Resource Management. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a new Bachelor of Commerce, and then we have a whole bunch of majors under it, which is the Banking and Finance, Accounting and Finance, Economics, Financial Management, and International Trade. We've also had some updates to the MBA program, but that will be a long-term plan for your students. Moving on to the School of Science and Technology, we have the new Bachelor of Science program with 2 majors, which is Data Science and Aquaculture Science and Technology. We also launched a new Bachelor of Cybersecurity to keep up with the times. There are no changes to the School of Social and Health Sciences. These are the more popular programs here at the university, the Bachelor of Psychological Science, the Bachelor of Arts majoring in Psychological Studies, the Bachelor of Education majoring in the Early Childhood Education. And then of course we have our 4th year programs, which is the Bachelor of Psychological Science Honours and the Graduate Diploma of Psychology. These are the programs for students who have completed the Bachelor of Psychological Science. So what you're seeing here is actually a table with the entry requirements for direct entry to the bachelor's degree. Well, A-levels, the grades do tend to vary quite a bit, so you may need between 4 to 6 points to get in. But for IB diploma graduates in general, you just need 24 points. However, there's certain requirements when it comes to certain courses. For example, the Bachelor of Education will require the student to have completed an English, Maths, and a Science subject. And for the Bachelor of Science, they will need to have completed an English and a Maths subject. So one of the more popular things here is the Inter-Campus Mobility Program. James Cook University is essentially one university across 2 countries, spread out to 3 campuses. So students who are enrolled in any campus are still enrolled into JCU directly, and this makes it easy for the inter-campus mobility, where students can actually do 2 semesters in any of the campuses. But unfortunately, due to the global pandemic situation, we have halted the inter-campus mobility program for the year of 2021. We hope to restart this entire program again in 2022, but is still subject to the current global situation. Building on this topic, let's have a quick listen to some of our students who give their feedback about their e-learning experiences because they are stuck at home or we are dealing with this pandemic.
I think it's a great program. It's very intuitive and easily accessible, and you don't need many materials, you just need a laptop and good Wi-Fi.
I think it's reduced the chance of getting COVID-19 because we don't need to go to campus.
It's easy to access as soon as you start navigating all of the tools and trying to explore the platform.
You can use it on your cell phones. You could just log in on your cell phone and you have it.
The lecturers can set up polls that the students can vote on. You can have whiteboards that you can draw on, that the lecturer can draw on. And asking questions is really easy. You just type into the little chat box.
Of course it's useful because otherwise there won't be any chance to study here right now.
Definitely a very useful way to adapt the COVID situation.
Yes, because that's the first time I think I don't going to graduate on time because of COVID-19. But after I have e-learning, I can make sure that I can graduate on time.
I'm learning something new, and I know how to study from home, work my exam from home.
Very simple to use, especially for smaller groups. It's great because you can turn on the camera, the microphone, and you can talk to each other. You see each other. It's not just listening.
I think it is pretty much practical for us to stay at home and just utilize whatever the university is giving us, just like the Learn JCU platform.
I think it's great for everyone, and it's just more of a cohesive learning environment for everyone.
And lastly, I just want to talk about the application process. So all prospective students just have to select their course after speaking to one of the university reps, fill out the application form, and pay the application fee. We'll process it in about 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll send over a letter of offer once the application has been processed, if it's successful. Then all the prospective student needs to do is to sign the letter of offer and pay the first tuition fee, and then they'll be officially enrolled in the university. And then they just have to wait for the orientation and the first day of school. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Once again, my name is Kenneth. My details are on the screen. And I also like to introduce my colleague Swimming, who is working with me on school engagement.